ahead, start recording on the BDR, and you can go ahead and get started here. Looking to your left side here, Paul. Beautiful. That wheel's nice and straight. Nice wide arc. Look out that driver's side. Find your blue turning cone and your number 2. That was outstanding. Just like that. Looking to your right here. I'm going to have you stop right there. And nothing you necessarily did wrong. You can just get a little confusing here, okay? So you kind of follow that one line right there. That's actually to our autocross. Try to instead follow this line here that leads to your blue turning cone. That's a little tricky. Try to find the cone more so than the line itself, all right? So nothing you saw wrong there. You looked, you saw the correct thing. You didn't, but you can see the distance now. You have that blue turning cone, which is going to ultimately tighten up that radius for your number 2, thus creating a slower corner, all right? So not a big deal. It's easy to screw that up. You're not the only one that's done that. Go ahead, keep on going. Look to your right here. There you go. Look out that passenger side, that blue turning cone, and that number 3. Look for the cones more so than the lines here. Looking left. There you go. On the money now here, Paul. You can roll it up here, Rick. Beautiful. A little early on that turn in there for that number 3. Try to turn in a little bit later than that, all right? Scanning to your right. There you go. That's a lot better that time. Gather that information out that passenger side here. Try to get a little closer to that apex next time. You want to be right next to those cones. I don't even care if you cap on like you did this number 3. That's not a big deal. Alrighty, so make your way to the back of the line, Paul. Love where your eyes are looking, and I can see that you've got a really good concept of how to corner a car, which is awesome, alright? Only thing here is that number 4, you went a little wide around that. I think you clipped that number 3 and it got you maybe a little nervous. Didn't want to do that again. Don't be afraid if you clip a cone. It doesn't hurt the car, I promise, alright? And number 2, just that one little line there going to the 2. I know that one's a little confusing here, so don't worry. I completely understand that one. Just look for the cones more so than the white lines themselves. Rick, make sure you're recording on that PDR. Make sure that timer's running. If that timer's running, go ahead. Give it a shot here. Look to your left. Try to look more toward that corner rather than your blue turning cone. Now gather that info here. Try to slow it down just a little bit here. We're worried about the technique. You're turning in really, really early right now. Just go about 7 miles an hour here. Really just focus on your technique. Looking to the left here. Again, we're looking at that turning cone, so pretty much the last second. Let's try to scan for that corner a little bit earlier on, all right? So at this point, that wheel straight, start looking right. Turn in a little early. Try to gather your information out that driver and passenger side a little sooner than that. Be a little more patient on when you turn that wheel. That looks a lot better right there, all right? So one thing about this exercise, folks, I'm not worried about your speed. And Chris, you can make your way on up to the starting line here. I'm not worried about your speed for this. Speed won't impress me, okay? I'm more worried about the technique, where your head's looking, how you're making the corners, and so on and so forth. So yes, you can go through this exercise at whatever, about an hour, right? But if I see you're turning in super early, or you're looking directly at the turning cone, well, that kind of defeats the purpose of the exercise, right? So don't be afraid to slow everything down about 7 miles an hour on this first run. Just nice and smooth, focus on the technique. Chris, I'm going to have you roll those windows up so you don't hear me twice, okay? You can go ahead and get started here. Look to your left. Look to your left side here. Love where those eyes are looking, Chris. Very, very nice. Just a nice smooth turn in. Look out that driver's side. Gather that information early here. Beautiful. Start looking to your right here. Very nicely done so far. A little early on that turn in. Wait a little bit longer before you begin to turn that steering wheel. It's about 5 feet early, okay? Make your way on up here, Michael. Look to your left here, Chris. Excellent. Nice and close to that turning cone. Gather that information out to your driver's side here for your blue cone and your 4. And start looking to your right side. Beautiful. Much better that time. Looking a lot better on those turn-ins. One more corner here. I'm going to let you kind of have at it, Chris. You're doing good. Excellent. Make that apex for the 5 and head to the back of the line. Great technique. Your head's looking in the right place. I can tell you're gathering that information as early as possible. Overall, really, really nicely done there, Chris. Don't really have anything for you there. All right, Michael. Looking to your left side. Let's do it. Be nice and patient on that wheel here, Michael. Wait till you're at the line of cones. Just a nice smooth turn-in. Start looking out that driver's side here for your blue turning cone and that number 2. There you go. Make that apex here. Set up a little closer to the right here. Get right next to that blue cone. Looking to over. Started turning in a little early right there. We want to make sure that we're not turning with our eyes here, all right? Make sure you keep that wheel perfectly straight until you're at the line of cones. So look to your left. Keep that wheel straight. Completely straight. There you go. That was better that time. Nicely done. Look out the driver's side. You can make your way on up, Sam. Gather all that information here. Start looking to your right now for your next orange apex. There you go. Be patient on that wheel. You start turning that wheel with your eyes a little bit. You start to look for that corner, and you start to turn the steering wheel at the same time. Try to keep that wheel dead straight until your timing's right. So look left, keep the wheel straight until you're at that line of cone. That was much better, okay? Great improvement on that number 5 cone there, Michael. Go ahead and make your way to the back of the line here. So just really try to work on that, making sure that we're not turning with our eyes to get the timing right here. Look for your next corner. Just keep the hand straight until you're at that right moment, okay? Anybody, let me ask you if you've been in this scenario. Who's ever driven down the highway before, and let's just say you're headed northbound, and on the southbound lane there's an accident. And you go and you rubberneck a little bit. You're looking for that accident, seeing what the heck happened, right? The next thing you know, you look back straight and you moved over a lane. Who's done that? I'm sure quite a lot of you, right? Pretty common. Everybody makes that mistake once in a while. And that's turning with your eyes. Your hands just start to naturally go where those eyes start to look right here. We're trying to work on preventing that here, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and start looking to your left. Let's give it a shot here, man. Get that wheel nice and straight here. Love where those eyes are looking. Just a nice wide arc, a little early on that turn in. Try to turn in just a little later than that, all right? Gather that information out here. So you can see where your nose is pointing at that apex and how much steering you had to put it on the straightaway. Look to your right here, Sam. Try to look a little earlier for your next corner. That's a much better turn in there, though. Beautiful. Got that information for your blue turning cone and your orange apex. Start looking to your left now. Ken, make your way on up. Much better there, Sam. Much better. Just turn it maybe a foot and a half later. That's it. That's being real nitpicky. Scanning to your right. Beautiful. Beautifully done. That's what I'm talking about. Much better turn in there. One final corner here. You got the drill here. I'll leave you to it for this last one. Beautifully done there. Make your way to the back of the line, Sam. Your visual scanning started just looking earlier through the corner as you started kind of getting onto the run here, getting more familiar with everything. Also, we got those turn-ins started to become right where you needed to. You stopped turning in early as you made more corners. Very nicely done. Great improvement throughout the duration of that run there. All right, Ken, looking to your left side. Let's go ahead and do it, sir. 7 miles an hour, just a nice consistent speed here. Looking to your left, like you can throw a big old boat trailer behind that thing. That's a little on the early side. Try to turn it just a little later than that, okay? Find all your information for your cones and start looking to your right now. Be patient with that steering wheel. Keep it straight until you're at the line of cone. Much better turn in. You can come on up here, Paul, put the car in park once you make your way to the start line here, okay? Excellent corner right there, Ken. Looking to your left side here. Beautiful. Nice turn in. Very nice. Very smooth and continuous as well. You know what to do here. Driver's side, blue code is 4.
He'll explain this.
Looking to your right there, Ken.
I know what you're doing. Take it over to your side.
Excellent, excellent. Doing a great job. Gather that information out that passenger side here. Blue turning cone is 5. All right, Ken, go ahead and make your final apex here. The only mistake I think you made that entire run right there was just that slightly early turn-in on that first cone. That's it. The rest of it, absolutely flawless. Make your way to the back of the line here. All righty. Paul, is this not the weirdest thing you've ever done? Not the weirdest? Oh, you've done it 3 times over. Okay, so you're used to this. Well, folks, for those who have not been here, guess what Paul has on his windshield right now? A big old sunshade. We're taking away the windshield now, and why is that? 95% of the information for this exercise is out your driver's and your passenger side window, not out your windshield. So now we're going to put that visual scanning to the test here. We're going to really make sure that you have to really look left. You have to look right. You have to gather your information soon to put the car in the correct place. Most people do their best runs right here because they're forced to look in the correct direction. So we're going to go ahead and throw that sunshade up here. Just make sure when you come up to the starting line here, once we call you up, just make sure you put that car in park so that way we can go ahead and have Teddy get that sunshade on you. All right, Paul, go right ahead. Look to your left here, all right? Again, look more for the cones here rather than the lines. I know that can be a little confusing. Beautiful. Look out the driver's side. Beautiful. Scan it to your right here. Turning just a smidge early there, Paul. You can make your way on up, Rick. Excellent. You got that information perfect. Look to your left now. Be nice and patient with that wheel. Paul, you are doing a flawless job so far. Look out that driver's side. Blue turning cone in 4. Start scanning to your right then. All right, Paul, one more. I'm leaving you to it here. You're absolutely perfecting that. Drop that sunshade there, Paul. Make your way to the back of the line. I have nothing to say about that. That was flawless. I don't think I could have done that much better myself. Excellent job, sir. All right, now, Rick, have you been here before? Have you done the sunshade? So this might be the weirdest thing you've ever done. All right, at least up there. All right, Rick, go ahead and give it a shot. Look out your left steer. Just be patient with the wheel. Get the car lined up with the cones. All right, go ahead and roll. You're all set. All right, keep that wheel straight. I can see you're already starting to turn here. Just look to your left. Go ahead and find that orange cone here. Keep that wheel straight. Look to your left. Don't worry about that the turning cone. Look out left. Find your apex here. Get it up to that 7 miles an hour or so, all right? Go ahead. Look out the driver's side. Find your information. Now trust where you place that vehicle. And start looking to your right. Trust where you place it. Look right. Be patient on that wheel. Go straight, straight, straight. Wait for it. Wait for it. Now start your turn. Now look out the passenger side. Your blue turning cone and your number 3. You can come on up, Chris. Trust where you place that car. Looking to your left. Be patient on that wheel. Try not to turn with your eyes here, Rick, all right? Slow down that initial steering input a little bit. Nice and smooth here. You know what to do here. Your blue turning cone and your 4. All right, start looking to your right. Don't worry about the blue turning cone. Put it in park for me if you don't mind, Chris. Turn it with our eyes a little bit here, Rick, so try to break that habit here. Keep that wheel straight until you're lined up with the cones here, okay? Go to your left, keep that wheel straight, wait until you're at the line of cones. Be patient with it. Much better that time, much better. Drop that sunshade right there. Go ahead and drop that sunshade on the wheel, all right? You can make your way to the back of the line once you do. So as you can tell, that's where it can get a little strange, right? That's where those old habits really shine when you have that sunshade up. Now you're forced to look left and right, and again, for some people, your hands really, really follow. So really keep that in mind, folks. Just want to make sure you get that timing right, really making sure that you're turning in once the car is lined up with the cones, all right? With that being said, hey, Michael, if you don't mind, can you just back up there about a car length or so? Just got to make sure that you're behind those green cones, okay? I'll tell you when to stop. Keep rolling. Keep on rolling. Another 6 feet. 3, 2, perfect. Thank you, I appreciate that. All right, Chris. Have you ever done this before? Nope, so this is definitely a weird feeling for you. Go ahead and try it. Go to your left. Drive a little, make the car go a little better. Look to your left here, Chris. All right, a little early there. Look out the driver's side. You know what to do here. Your blue turning cone and your orange apex. Start looking right. Try not to turn with your eyes here. You're turning that wheel about 60 degrees before you're getting there, all right? Stand left. Keep that wheel dead straight so you got a lot of cones here. I don't care if you hit one. Don't worry. Beautiful. Look out the driver's side here, Chris. Doing a great job. All right, nice job. Looking right, trust replace it. Be patient on that steering here. Nice job, nice job. One more to it, Chris. I'll leave you to it. Look to your left here, man. Doing great. All right, drop that sunshade for me here, Chris. Very, very good. A couple times where you start looking, you turn that wheel like anywhere from 45 to 60 degrees. So again, just naturally turning with your eyes right there. Like I said, about 80% of drivers, they do it, okay? So that's why we try to break that habit here. But overall, man, that was really, really solid. Michael, how's this feel for you? Exactly. We don't want you to. You can see. It's just out your driver's and passenger side windows, all right? Go ahead and get on rolling here. Looking to the left. Just nice and relaxed here. Make sure you get your timing right. Nice, slow turn in. Look out the driver's side. Gather your information early. Once you make your apex, trust where you place your car. Start scanning to your right now. Trust where you place it. Look right. Focus on your apex. You're turning. You're turning. Be patient. Turn it really early, Michael, okay? Look out your driver's or passenger side. Now look left, but keep your wheel straight. Keep your wheel dead straight here. Be patient on that steering. Beautiful, much better. Look out that driver's side now. Blue turning cone at 4. Now again, make that apex. Keep your wheel straight, looking right. Stay nice and smooth. Stay, you're doing great. Much better. That's a great improvement. One more here, Michael. Blue turning cone at 5. Again, make your apex. Trust where you place it. Looking to your left now. Keep that wheel perfectly straight. Get the timing right. Separate those hands and eyes. Much, much better. That was just a touch early. Go ahead and drop that front shake for me, Michael, okay? Great job. You were making significant improvements. I can really see you were trying to work on separating your hands and your eyes there. Really nice job working on that. If you've been driving for a long time, let's just say some cases I've seen 40, 50, 60 years of driving. That's 40, 50, 60 years of habits that you're trying to break in about 25 minutes. That's hard to do, isn't it? So with that being said, nice job really focusing on trying to break that habit. Those last 4 corners you did, really, really, really good. With that being said, Sam, pretty weird? Go ahead and do it. Look left. 7 miles an hour, keep that nice consistent speed here, okay? The more consistent you keep it, the easier it is. Looking to your left. Gather that information out that driver's side. Beautiful turn in. Take that apex here, Sam. Start looking to your right. Keep that wheel straight, looking to your right. Be patient. I can see you're tempted to turn that wheel. Try to keep it straight here, alright? Now at the line of cones, beautiful turn in. Nice job. Look out that passenger side. Come on up here, Ken. Alright, looking to your left. Sam, doing a great job so far. Trust where you place it. That wheel's perfectly straight, man. Love what I'm seeing so far. Look out to your left. Blue turning cone at 4. Looking to your right now, man. Crushing it right now, doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Turned in about 5 feet early for the number 4 board, alright? Try to turn it a little later than that. Alright, look to your left here. Nice and smooth. Find that apex here, just a nice continuous turn in. Hey, that one little early apex there at that number 4, like just turned in a little early. Other than that, nice drop. Just drop that sunshade for me, okay? Very nice job there, Sam. Alright, Ken, you ever been here before?
Question for you.
No, so it's weird for you. And that's good, alright? Now we're forced to look out that driver passenger side here.
I just wanted to like turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, what's the question? That's it?
If I can
Oh,
turn
yeah,
it
yeah.
down a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
It's so loud in my ear I can't hear
Yeah, I
it.
thought you adjusted. Yeah, you adjusted right now.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Set it wherever you like.
Excellent, thank you.
A little early on that turn in. Try to turn in a little later than that. Gather your information. Take that apex. Now trust where you're placing it and looking to your right. Don't worry if you tap a cone. It won't hurt the car, I promise. Oh, watch those hands. Straight, 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 straight. So take a look right now. I'm going to have you stop right here. All right. So now when it comes to completing this corner, notice how now we're going to end up apexing early, no matter which way you slice it here, okay? So what's that going to mean? Well, now we have to spend half of this straightaway turning the steering wheel rather than putting our foot down. That means we're going to go slower. I don't think you came here to go slower, did you? Exactly, all right? Turn in later. We started turning with our eyes right there. We started looking for our number 2. Our hands are going with it immediately. Try to separate the hands and the eyes. Wait until you're at the line of cone. Then begin turning the wheel. Keep that wheel dead straight clear there, okay? Go ahead, try to recover from this. You see your blue cone, you see your number 2. Let's go ahead and get you set up here. Beautiful. Trust where you place it now. Look to your left. Keep that wheel perfectly straight until you're there. Perfectly straight. That little centerpiece should be dead up. There you go, Ken. Nice job. Looking out that driver's side. Blue cone and number 4. All right, let's go ahead and straighten that wheel. Keep it dead straight. Looking to your right. There you go. Really work on that. You see how you're testing the turn right there? There you go. It's better. Definitely better, but we're still testing to begin turning that wheel as we're looking, all right? So right here, really fight that urge. Looking to your left. Keep that wheel dead straight until you're at that line of cone. Be patient with it, and just nice and slow on that turn. It nice and smooth, just like that. Beautiful. Ken, go ahead, take that apex, drop that sunshade to me, all right? Make some awesome improvements there. Really nicely done. Really working on that. Still a couple areas where you start to turn slightly as you're looking. But with that being said, still way, way better as you made your way through that exercise. So nice improvements there. Well, let's make our way up to the starting line here. Guess what, Joe? You got your windshield back. Feels pretty nice, don't it? Now, just because you got your windshield back doesn't mean to look out the windshield the whole time. You still want to keep up those good habits. Left and right here. I'll let you go a little faster here, nothing crazy, just a little quicker. So with that being said, I'm going to slow you down if I see that you're not looking out your passenger driver's side correctly here. So as long as your visual scanning is good, you're turning the wheel at the correct moment, then I'll let you go ahead and kind of go around here and say 15 miles an hour. Sound good? A little quicker? Well, let's go ahead and do it. Looking to your left here. Little lift, let it rotate. Full acceleration, scanning right. I don't even care about that cone, you're good. Nicely done, nicely done. Make that apex, looking left. Beautifully done. You can make your way out up here, Rick. Oh, you're crushing it right now, looking right. The rest is up to you here. Go ahead and make your way to the back of the line. I don't even care about that number one cone that you tapped right there. Not even a big deal because you tapped it on the back side of the corner. You placed the car in the right area. You just got a little close and just knocked it over. So that being said, don't care. Nice job. That was beautiful. Rick, go for it. Looking left here, Rick. Focus on that scanning. A little early there, looking right. All right, come on up here, Chris. Try to turn into the corner a little later. Scanning left. All right, I'm going to have you slow down just a little bit here, Rick, okay? Why? Because we're looking at the two turning cones. Scanning right. Look for your apex here. Very important. Scanning left here. Find your 5. That's a little better that time. So we got the windshield back. When we started looking at those blue turning cones, we would get there, then turn our head, and then react to the corner. We want to scan ahead well ahead of time, so now we're being more proactive to the corner. We can gather that information sooner, and that way we can be a lot more effective with taking those turns. So with that being said, Chris, go ahead and roll. Nice job, Chris. Nice job. Scanning right. Michael, I need you to wait right there until I call you up. You gotta remember that, okay? Come on up now, you're good to go. Just try to remember that for next time, okay? No, you can come on up now, you're good. Doing a great job here, Chris. Scanning right. Alright, one last one. I'm gonna leave you to it, baby, but crushing it. Could have done that better myself, Chris. Very nicely done, right to the back of the line. All right, Michael, let's do it. Look at left. Separate those hands and eyes here, Michael. You got this. All right, go ahead. Give it a little acceleration here. A little squeeze of the throttle, scanning right. Turning in early. All right, be careful with that, all right? Make sure that the nose of your car is lined up to that orange cone. Scanning left, turning about 7 feet later than that. You can come on up here, Sam. Beautiful. Much better, Michael. Much better. Scanning right. Okay, so with those hands, I don't mind a little glance back, but focus more on that apex. A little glance back is okay. Alright, one more here. Look to your left. Not bad. Michael, other than that little early turn into that number 2, the rest of it, really nicely done. Keep focusing on looking left and right, gathering that information soon, so you get better and better every run. Sam, all you meant, go for it. A little early there for that one, just try to turn it a little later. That's a tricky one. Scanning right. And make your way on up. Look to your left here. Killing it right now, Sam. Doing a great job. Just turning a little later, a little slower with your hand. See how you start to turn and then snap the wheel? Try to just be continuous. Keep that one slow, smooth motion with the wheel here. Try that. Still a little bit of a snap. That was better. But when you're turning the car into the corner, it should just be one fluid speed as we're making our way to that apex, all right? On the track, you'll notice where that difference comes in. You'll make that mistake a couple times, I can almost guarantee it, but when you get it right, you'll understand just how slow you actually got to turn that steering wheel and make that car grip, all right? That being said, that's why we're here. That's why we got a school for this. Go ahead, man. Up to you, man. You got this. Work on the separation of your hands and eyes here. All right, blue cone 2, you know what you're doing. Standing right, Paul, I'm going to have you wait right there for me, all right? Very nicely done. Gather that information here. Ken, look to your left, man. Be patient on that steering. Be patient with it. Doing great. You're doing a great job. Looking right. Separate those hands and eyes. Focus on your timing. Nice scanning. Nice job. Can't leave you to it, man. You're crushing it. Ken, outstanding improvement there. Great job. Good scanning, good turning. Overall, that was really solid. All right, y'all. I'm going to hop back to my red number 99 here. We are going to make our way back over to the building. All right, I'm going to come over to the left here, all right? You just make a left out of the staging line there, Paul, and go ahead and follow me. Everybody else can follow the Corvette in front of you. You all can go ahead and stop recording on the PVRs here. All right, very